Real quickly, guys, before this episode begins, make sure to stick around to the end of the video where we are going to be announcing the winner of Some Chit Walk by Tales from the Crypto, and as well as announcing the comment question of the day. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Challenge Lock series, a series where we're continuing to show that not all locks are created equal. Today, I have the absolute pleasure of picking Senior by SandGoesEverywhere. Now, this challenge lock is deceptively hard. It may not look like much, but it does definitely put up a fight. So let's go ahead and throw it in the vise and get this episode started. Okay, so we have the lock in the vise. See that the key does work. Let's go ahead and turn on the mic and get this lock picked. I'm going to start off with 50 thousandths out the keyway and hook one in 25 thousandths going clockwise. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So this clockwise direction is fairly difficult because I noticed that I overset significantly more than on the counterclockwise direction. Interesting. This lock has decided to switch what size it wants to be difficult on. There we go. Put up a fight, but we were able to get it in the end. Let's go ahead and take this out of the vise and see what's inside this thing. Alrighty, I figured out why this lock was so hard and kept oversetting so much, because the key pins have very well done spool action that kept catching on the shear line. And then to top that off, this core is threaded entirely. And so these driver pins with the sharp spool action would catch on those, and not, you'd think they're overset because they're in, or sorry, you think they're set because you're in the false set, but actually they're not fully at the shear line yet. I did check this Bible, but there was no core modifications to it. And I don't necessarily think adding threading to this Bible, even if you did, would add any difficulty to it, just the way that the pins are shaped. So if we go ahead and look at key pin 1, you can see this one's a pretty standard, almost like the American 1100. You can see how these lines aren't exactly uniform. A little bit right there, you can see the slope. So you can definitely tell that he did this and it wasn't like a stock pin he just grabbed. Key pin 2 is one of the ones that liked to catch on the shear line. You can see we got that almost, I guess the best way to describe it is it looks like a torpedo. Not quite as smooth in the interior as a factory pin, but pretty well done. Now this one is a very well made gin bottle. I'm very impressed with this one. I mean, this is about as good as you can get without being perfectly square in the internals. for the neck, but it's very well done. And then number 4. This is the one that gave us the most amount of trouble and like to overset. Because this top portion here is significantly thinner than the rest of the body. And so you would push up and then eventually it would catch on this portion here and it would just stick up in the shear line. And to drop it down, you drop majority of the other pins along with it. So that pin is a pretty devious one. And pin number 5, we have a mushroom style pin, which acts similar to pin 2 is what we were looking at. So driver pin 1, we have a very beautiful made multi-level serration. I really enjoy this. This honestly reminds me of the Isis pins with the hourglass style serrations. Pin number 2, driver pin number 2, is a sharp spool. You can see we got that neck in there. Driver pin number 3 is similar to key pin 1 with the standard American 1100 type serrations on it. And you can see the tool marks on it where he clamped it right there. Driver pin number 4, we got another sharp serration spool. This one has a thinner neck, but not thin enough where I would say it's in danger of being snapped. And lastly, we have driver pin number 5. This is also a gin bottle style. And that, my friends, is the excellent pin work of Senior by SandGoesEverywhere. Stick around to the end of the video to see who won last week's challenge lock. Welcome to the end of the video, my friends. If you're here, that must mean you're excited to hear who won last week's challenge lock. So we have some chit walk, and you should be seeing on the screen the winner of this challenge lock. And if you'd like to claim this challenge lock, shoot me an email with your mailing address and name, and I will get it out to you by next Saturday. And with that being said, to win today's challenge lock, the comment question of the day is, what is a game that you played as a child that you have fond memories of? Like hide and seek. Recently, my son, now that the weather's getting nicer, he's been wanting to go outside and wrestle with me and the other kids. And so comment down below using hashtag CQOD the games that you have fond memories of playing as a child. In other news, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.